Hello, hello! Back again with a comic-y slash art update. Today I'm going to talk about the importance of time management and planning, which is not something I am actually an expert in at all, so I am the perfect authority to speak on the topic. Why not? So today I did manage to get my comic updated on Wednesday, 1 minute before Thursday, right before midnight. It was not the intention, but I had some dental work and the thunderstorms in the area kind of prevented me from working as diligently as I might have otherwise. Possibly might have otherwise. Probably I would have watched a lot of YouTube videos and not worked. But, the thought was there. And there was a kind of annoyance at the fact that all these external things were preventing me from getting what I wanted to get done. It's kind of funny that you tend to allow these things and get more annoyed by these things when it does come down to the wire. And you do let yourself drift off and not work as diligently as you should. And sure enough, there's the deadline right there staring you in the face, and you aren't done yet because of reasons. And looking back, I can never look at my list of things to do, and even when I try to detail it out, like hour by hour, I can't find the magic reason why I'm not getting as much done as I want to get done. I try to stay focused. I've done lots of different techniques for focus, and I just don't really know what the solution is, to be honest. I've tried the Podamono, I don't know. So I'll put it in the links, but I have checked that technique, and that's basically a period of work followed by a period of rest, and then you just kind of reset the schedule and focus that way. Timers make me anxious. So that doesn't really work for me, because as soon as I get a timer going, then I feel like I'm running out of time, and then instead of making me more productive, for whatever reason, they tend to make me feel like, well, I'm already out of this time anyway, so I guess I could just not focus. I don't know why it has the opposite effect for me, but it's not very helpful. Sometimes I find it helpful to either be on a Google Hangout with someone who is also creative, who can understand why I'm doing what I'm doing, like drawing or painting. But sometimes that's not helpful in terms of if I'm trying to plan out a comic with words and I have to, focus on dialogue or storytelling, and I can't really do that and talk to people. It's also hard to do any kind of streaming, like Twitch streaming or anything like that, for the same kind of reason that I could possibly work through the process live, but I don't know how interesting that would be for people, and I don't know that I wouldn't allow anyone watching to just be a distraction away from my already very distracting life, because there's a ton of things that distract me from doing what I should. But I did get this done. I don't know why it took as long as it did, but it did take a little while. I worked on this individual page a while ago, but because I had changed up my style since I had done this page, I actually had to go back and kind of redraw the line art more in my current style, fix up some of the designs for the clothing, because that had changed over the course of the comic that I created. I think from the first page to the most current page, probably 6 months elapsed, so it is quite a difference in time between when I first started working on the comic and now, which, given that I only have 5 pages in 6 months, isn't a super great thing, but I had a lot going on, admittedly. I always do. I think everybody always does, and that's kind of the whole thing about trying to prioritize and work your days in better and try to figure out what works best for you and getting stuff done. I don't know that there's a super easy one-stop shop answer for that. I think everybody's different. I think if you ask 5 different people what their method is, you're going to get 5 different answers. So it's just one of those things, you got to figure it out. And what I've been finding is that there's just no real good solution for me. I'm a hopeless case. I always find that I am beating a deadline. That tends to be the case for me, and maybe I could kind of work that to my advantage, pretend that the deadline is actually much sooner than it really is, and trick myself into completing things way before they're due. That might be one technique that I could try. I'm also juggling working on commissions and working on my projects and also a part-time job. So with all those things, I'm really struggling to try to find the time for each one. And I think maybe setting up a set schedule for work on this day and work on that day, that might really help contribute and help better able me to get in what I want to in a certain day. So hopefully that will help. I'm hoping that I can get a little bit better handle on stuff and not quite so last minute on everything, because that does tend to get a little frustrating and nerve-wracking. So I am going to work on that for personal goal growth and everything, and I am interested in what you guys think and what kinds of things maybe I haven't thought of that work for you and maybe would work for me too. So if you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments below. If you are interested in more types of videos like this, then you can always feel free to hit the subscribe button or hit the like button if you like this video in particular. I also have everything on social media at Shareed Art, and that's your Instagram, your Facebook, and your Twitter. And finally, if you're interested in seeing more details behind the scenes of The Golden Troop, which is this comic that I'm working on here, then you can go to my Patreon over at patreon.com/Shareed. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Have a great one. Take care.